Hi there guys, my name is Cadence. Welcome along to my May Plan With Me video and thank you so much for checking it out. This month is a bit of a shorter video because I'm really busy at the moment, so I've gone with a simpler design, for me at least, and I've not done all my usual setups and kept it to the minimum that I really need. So if you saw my last bullet journal setup video, you might remember that I have just got my first home and I'm working on renovating and cleaning everything, tidying everything up and whatnot before I can move in. So I am super busy with that at the moment. And yeah, I just didn't really feel like I needed all of my normal setups because I'm focusing so much on that. So yeah, I've just cut out the ones that I don't feel like I really need. And that is the beauty of setting up your own journal. You can tailor it to you and change it with what is going on in your life at any given time. My theme for May is monochrome floral with gold accents, and I'm using a recurring shape of hexagons throughout the setup. I've used gold paint for the title and used a paintbrush, which is quite tricky for me. I did want to use the glass dip pen that I got recently and used in my March setup, but it just doesn't seem to work with thin paint. It needs to be very, very watery, medium to flow. So I ended up needing to use the paintbrush instead. I've made the front cover fairly neat, but the hand lettering on some of the other pages is a little bit untidy, but I think that was more my impatience than anything else. To decorate this month's setup, I'm keeping it fairly simple. I've got some black and white floral patterned paper, which I am just ripping to add to the corners on this page. I'm also adding some thin washi tape to create borders at the top and bottom of the page. These ones are from the washi tape shop and I really like using them. They're a bit more unusual because they're very thin and they are great for borders and things like that, so I will link the set that they are from in the description. So I suppose the focal point of this setup is these cool stickers, which are hexagonal shaped, and I've had them in my stash for a while now, and I have always planned to use them in a journal at some point, but it just took me quite a long time to see a design that included them. You can still get them on their website at the moment, so I will link them in the description. But after I had placed them all where I wanted, I kind of felt like it needed something else, so I grabbed a few of my clear stamps in floral shapes and added them to the composition, which I really think complemented the overall look really well. So next I have my calendar, which is a must for me. I really like to have a visual of the structure of the month and have an overview of what I've got going on, but I will add all the details of everything that's going on more in depth in my weekly spreads. Even though I said I was going simple, I of course had to make something more difficult because it's me. I'm compelled to make things more complicated. So all of my days of the week are little hexagons instead of my usual grid or squares, which is quite fun and extends the decorative theme into the practical elements quite nicely. The decoration on this page just follows the same format as the cover. This time I've gone vertical with the washi border because it just fit better with the layout. On the other side of the page, I am making a to-do list, which is another really important space for me in my journal. Everything I need to get done goes down there. If it's not written down, I will probably forget to do it. So once I'd kind of finished that setup, I kind of felt like there was something missing. I wanted to add a bit more to it, so I went in with my favourite grey Faber-Castell brush pen to add a drop shadow to all the hexagons. And I haven't done that in quite a while. It used to be something I did all the time, so it was quite fun to bring that back again. And in the to-do list area, I then felt like that looked a bit too blank with the detail on the other side. So I then highlighted every other line, which I think made the whole page look a bit more cohesive. The next page is a space for memories, which isn't technically an essential, but because of my new house and doing renovations and stuff, I felt like it was important to have a space to note down what was going on and how I was feeling about things, and just kind of document that journey. If I am really busy, then I might not end up using it, but that's okay. It's there if I need it, and it's a pretty simple setup that only took a few minutes, so it's all good. After the memories page was done, I moved on to my final setup, which is my weekly spreads. I'm carrying on the hexagon theme, and each day is a big hexagon, which I am doing with the gold paint. And it didn't really take me too long to do, it just meant waiting a couple of minutes for it to dry before being able to touch the page again. So on the full weekly pages, I did 8 hexagons, 1 for each day, and then 1 left over that is for my tasks. So I have my master to-do list, which I explained is really important for me, but sometimes I like to leave a space in the weekly spreads for tasks and then break down those bigger to-dos into smaller tasks for the weeks throughout the month. But I don't always do that, it's just kind of how I'm feeling at the time. In the gaps around the hexagons, I did little collages with the paper, the washi, the stamps and the stickers. I left a small space to the left of the page to make some tabs. I used the hexagonal stickers to act as the tabs and then cut around them. And then once I cut out one side, I could then really easily line up the sticker on the other side. So then I've got tabs both ways. I really like the final outcome. I think it's very striking, and I'm glad I've done a monochrome design because I've had that on my list of possible themes for a while now. I know I did do a few things that made it more complex, but for me, I think I did quite well at keeping it fairly low-key. It only took me 2 evenings to finish, and normally it would be a lot more than that. So it was helpful to have it done more quickly this month. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video and it's given you a little bit of inspiration for your own journal. If you feel so inclined, you can leave a comment or a like, and consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more arts and crafts and bullet journals. Thanks so much for watching, bye!